Remember that crazy video you sent us? The one with the golden retriever, like strutting down the runway? Turns out that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to AI and video.
Yeah, we're diving deep into some seriously cool stuff today.
We're talking about AI that can practically make movie magic happen. Movie gen, they call it.
It really is mind-blowing stuff. We're talking about generating videos from, like, nothing more than just a text prompt.
And not just like blurry, low-res clips either, right?
Yeah.
This is the real deal.
Oh, yeah. We're talking HD quality, up to 16 seconds long, with realistic motion, sound, the whole 9 yards.
This research paper you sent had my jaw on the floor, I'm not going to lie. Okay, so let's unpack this movie gen thing. It's not just one giant AI brain, right? There's more to it.
You're right. It's actually two separate but, interconnected models working together. They call them movie gen video and movie gen audio.
Okay, so like a director and a composer collaborating on a film.
Perfect analogy. Movie gen video is the visual whiz. That's what generates the video frames themselves.
And how does it even learn to do that?
Data, data, and more data. It's been trained on a truly massive amount of image and video data, like an insane amount.
So it's basically seen more movies than all of us combined.
Pretty much, yeah. And by analyzing all that visual information, it learns how the world looks, how things move, how camera angles work. It's kind of wild.
Wait, this
Yeah.
AI understands camera angles. That's crazy.
It's even starting to grasp, like, the basic laws of physics. That's what makes the video so realistic.
Okay, hold on. This AI understands physics? What does that even mean?
It gets that, like, a bouncing ball follows a specific trajectory, or that a camera panning across a scene creates a certain effect. It's not just randomly slapping things together.
Okay, color me impressed, but what about sound? That's got to be crucial to making these videos feel real.
Absolutely, and that's where movie gen audio comes in. This model tackles the audio side, creating sound effects and even music that syncs perfectly with the video.
So it's not just slapping on some generic background music.
Nope. It actually understands what sounds should go with what you see. Like, if the video shows a bustling city street, Movie Gen Audio knows to include the sounds of traffic, maybe some distant sirens, maybe even a street musician.
It's like it understands the world, not just how it looks.
Yeah.
So if the AI is creating a video of, say, a tense thriller scene, it'll know to create a soundtrack that matches the mood.
Exactly. It can understand the mood of a scene and create audio that fits.
Okay, so is AI film scoring a thing now? Is that what we're saying?
It's getting there. This ability to analyze a scene and match it with appropriate audio is a huge step forward.
Okay, that's seriously cool. But the paper mentioned even more, didn't it? Something about, like, personalizing these AI-made videos.
Oh, yeah. It gets even wilder.
That's where it starts to feel like we're living in the future.
Right. Imagine, like, typing in "a woman walks her dog in the park," but instead of some randomly generated woman, it's you in the video.
Okay, that's both amazing and, like, mildly terrifying at the same time.
They call it personalized movie gen video. It's trained to, like, swap faces realistically, but without losing what makes your features unique.
Okay, I gotta ask, how does it even learn to do that? That seems like magic.
It all comes back to the training data. They fed the AI this massive data set of videos with people in them, teaching it to recognize and swap faces accurately.
So it's not just like pasting a face on there like a mask.
Exactly. It's learning to preserve those little details, the nuances that make your features yours.
So no more awkward face swap fails from, those apps we've all tried.
Well, the technology is still developing, but the results in the paper are really impressive. And think about the possibilities. Personalize educational videos starring you, or maybe even putting yourself into your favorite movie scenes.
Okay, Hollywood is officially on notice. But hold on, wasn't there something in the paper about editing these AI videos, and not just with, like, fancy filters, right?
You're right. Movie Gen isn't just a one-trick pony. You can actually give it text instructions to edit the videos.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like let's say you want to change the color of a car. You just tell it, make the car red, need some atmosphere, add rain to the background.
So I can basically, like, direct my own movie with this thing. That's insane. But I imagine training an AI to edit videos on command must be ridiculously hard, right? Like, where do you even begin?
You're right. It's a huge challenge getting enough data to train an AI to edit videos. I mean, think about all the different ways people might want to edit a video. It's mind-boggling.
Right.
But the researchers, they came up with this really clever workaround.
Oh, do tell.
They actually trained the model on image editing data instead of video editing data. Basically, they treated each image as a single frame video.
So they're basically hacking the system with ingenuity. Brilliant. But let's talk about how well this thing actually works, right? How do you even start measuring how good AI-generated video is?
That's the million-dollar question. And the researchers, they were really thorough in their evaluation process. They weren't content with just saying, trust us, this AI is amazing.
Right, got to put it to the test.
Exactly. They used a combination of human judgment, but also specific metrics to really put Movie Gen through its paces.
Like a test screening, but for robots.
Exactly. So first they looked at what they called text alignment. Basically, how well does the generated video actually match the description you gave it in the text prompt?
Makes sense. It wouldn't be much good if you ask for a dog playing fetch and it gives you a cat taking a nap.
Exactly. Then they assessed the visual quality. How realistic are the images? Is the motion smooth? Are there any weird glitches or artifacts that scream, like, hey, a robot made this?
Right, because nobody wants to watch a video where the people are morphing into blobs every other second.
And then finally, they considered the overall realness and aesthetics. Does the final product look like a professionally made video? Or does it have that sort of, uncanny valley AI-generated vibe?
It's got to pass the real or fake test.
It really does. And here's something else that's really interesting. The researchers, they actually created their own benchmark data set of videos, specifically to compare different AI models.
So they're not just creating the tech, they're like setting the standards for the whole field.
Yeah.
That's impressive. But there's got to be more to this paper that we can cover, right? Anything else that really stood out to you?
Oh, absolutely. First off, the sheer size of this AI, we're talking billions of parameters.
Okay, now I got to ask, for those of us who haven't signed up for AI 101, what does that even mean? Why is bigger better when it comes to these models?
So basically, the more parameters an AI has, the more those subtle patterns or relationships it can learn from the data. It's almost like having a brain with billions of neurons all firing away, making connections that a smaller AI couldn't even, comprehend.
So size does matter when it comes to artificial intelligence. Got it. But all that brain power, it's got to be learning from, a ridiculous amount of information.
Yeah, you're telling me. Training these models took a truly astronomical amount of data. And it's not just, throwing any old video at it. The researchers had to be incredibly selective, making sure the data was high quality, diverse enough to teach MovieGen how to create all kinds of different content.
It's like a data feast.
Mhm.
But here's what's really blowing my mind. This MovieGen thing, it's not just a one-trick pony, right?
Right. It can do it all. Same model can generate a single image, a short video clip, a longer sequence, you name it. Even handle different frame rates. That kind of flexibility, it's practically unheard of.
It's like the Swiss Army knife of video creation. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, and MovieGen is seriously impressive. But the paper did mention some limitations, things the AI isn't quite ready to tackle. Big picture question for you. Does all this make you more excited or more worried about the future of video?
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? On the one hand, this tech has the potential to be incredibly democratizing. Imagine anyone, regardless of their technical skills, could bring their creative visions to life.
No more needing a Hollywood budget to tell your story. Okay, that is exciting. But, I do see some potential downsides too.
Absolutely. It raises those really important questions about authenticity, how we distinguish between real and AI-generated content. Think about the potential for misinformation or even malicious deepfakes.
It's not all sunshine and roses, that's for sure. And what about the role of, human creativity in all of this? If an AI can generate a video from a simple text prompt, what happens to artists, filmmakers, video editors?
It's a valid concern. I think it's important to remember, though, this technology is still in its early stages. It can generate some impressive results, yes, but it's still fundamentally limited by the data it's been trained on.
So it's great at recreating and remixing things it's seen before, but it's not quite ready to replace, true human creativity.
Exactly. That spark of originality, the ability to really think outside the box and push those boundaries, that's something AI hasn't quite mastered yet.
Maybe that's where the real opportunity lies, not in seeing AI as a replacement, but as, a powerful new tool that can enhance and, augment our abilities.
Yeah. Now you're talking. Imagine, using MovieGen to rapidly prototype your ideas, experiment with different visual styles, even create those stunning effects that would have been impossible before. Possibilities are truly endless.
It's like we're giving filmmakers superpowers.
Yeah.
But, ultimately, it's still up to us, the humans, to guide this technology in a responsible and ethical direction. Well, listeners, that just about wraps up our deep dive into the world of MovieGen. It's clear that AI is changing the landscape of video creation in some seriously exciting ways. What's next for MovieGen? What will you create with it? Those are questions to ponder as we head into the future. Until next time, keep those curious minds engaged.